14 Paralympic Games is something absolutely ridiculous. And
it's pretty amazing, isn't it, when you think of the training load
and how he's been able to stay at the top.
Well, injury-free. It's such a balance, isn't it, between training, overtraining, hurting yourself, being out for, however long, and then thinking it's all too hard. But
yeah, it's
longevity
is
just to be respected, isn't it?
It really is. No doubt about it. The Syrian Arab Republic. 11 athletes.
Chinese Taipei.
There is some sign going on there on his hands, and I can't tell what it is, and I bet I probably can't read it either.
Might not be able to read it.
There are a lot of countries, but they are coming in quickly. It's amazing just how quickly they've been able to get these countries in, get the athletes seated, and get ready for the start of the entertainment part. Tajikistan.
United Republic of Tanzania.
A bit of a soft spot for Tanzania, having been to Mount Kilimanjaro, so in Tanzania. Great to see these guys. I haven't met any of these guys yet, but maybe in due time I'll get a chance to do that. That's one of the cool parts about being here, is that you get to meet some people from some of these places that you've met, or some of these places that you've been. Thailand I always thought was kind of an interesting country. We saw it on the racing side, where all of a sudden the Thai racers showed up, and they were going really, really fast. They've got some tremendous wheelchair racers they have in the past, and it'll be interesting to see who they have now. We see another of the DJs. That's Goldilocks there. Not that guy, but the former DJ.
Timor-Leste.
Timor-Leste into the stadium now. Certainly are getting through these countries pretty quickly.
Tonga.
Tonga, 3 athletes from Tonga. Excitement really is building. This is the kickoff. The opening ceremonies are here as a kickoff of the games. Competition starts tomorrow. It will be fast and furious. Island nation of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, I guess, athletes put on themselves, because although you do have world championships, I mean, this is it, isn't it? This is the big one.
This is the big one. This is the big one, and this is the one that's part of history.
Tunisia.
It really is. Each individual athlete's part of history. If you have a good 2 weeks, a lot of ways you can build that 2 weeks into a career.
Sure.
It makes for a good career.
And also in terms of the exposure as well that you get out of the games like this, as opposed to, say, a World Championships. I mean, the scale of the games now, as we've seen, we were talking about Beijing earlier, where it almost just exploded in popularity in China, and here we are looking at sell-out venues. And so if you do well in these 2 weeks, people will know who you are, won't they? Leads to more opportunities.
Yeah, it's exactly it. People notice right now. The world is watching more and more, and certainly as athletes, they hope that the world continues to watch more and more, and that it could get onto a par with the Olympics as far as the exposure is concerned. But it's growing, and it's growing each time.
Turkey.
Gizem Girisman, the archer, is Turkey's flag bearer this evening.
Big contingent from Turkey, 111 athletes. These countries that you might not expect to have as big a group. And it looks like the vast majority of them have all shown up for tonight.
Absolutely.
And this might be one of the greatest moments that you have in the games. Some athletes are going to be on the top step of the podium. Some athletes aren't going to be on the vast majority are not.
There's just not enough room.
There is
really
not enough room.
And when you think about, I mean, really, that's why winning a medal of any colour is just so precious, because it's very hard to do.
Very hard to earn a medal of any color, but also it's hard to get here.
Yep.
Earning your way into this venue is something that is really impressive, and this might be the greatest moment. This is the realization of goals for some people. Certainly not saying that that's the case for the people from Turkey, but for a lot of the athletes that are in this stadium, this is the crowning moment, is getting here and getting to compete.
So when you competed, was the goal very much, I want a medal? Was that the single-mindedness, or was it, I mean, do you look at it a different way? I mean, how do you kind of approach it when you want to succeed? Do you look at doing your personal best, or would just think, I just want to beat everyone?
You know, the overall goal was to win, but it's hard to make that a real goal. You know, as you're there at the starting line, to try to think, my goal is to win, because it's almost something that you can't really understand, and you can't affect what somebody else is going to do. You can only affect what you're going to do. So the goal was always to have your best possible performance, and hope that your best possible performance was the thing that would allow you to win. Funny enough that after retiring, I think I missed the training more than I missed the competition, the lifestyle of being an athlete, and certainly the training at the beginning of the year, where you can really affect a change. So it is the journey in some ways. So Uganda coming in here.
Dancers still got plenty of energy. It's impressive.
The dancers have been preparing for this moment for a long time too,
it's
right?
a fair bit of fitness that goes into it. They've been on their feet for about an hour and a half, dancing the whole time.
They have. They might feel it tomorrow.
And you're on TV, so you can't really stop.
No, Ukraine has 225 athletes. It's a big team.
I find that surprising. I thought they would have a sizable team, but that many, it's impressive.
It's a big number of people. See it filling in. There's still some blank spots there.
Yeah.
Preparing for some big teams still yet to come.
Absolutely. The biggest, or one of the biggest.
One of the biggest. The Chinese are the biggest.
Arab Emirates.
So the UAE, as we get through these countries, Mohammed Khamis Kala, powerlifter, is the flag bearer for the United Arab Emirates.
United States of America.
So the United States.
The United States
team.
is coming in. It's a big team. 340 athletes on the U.S. team. Certainly one of the teams that will be in the medal running, along with China, Great Britain. Ukraine might be one of those teams that's in there as well. Traditionally one of the strongest teams, and will be strong over a variety of different events and different competitions. There we go. That is quite a beard going on there. A celebration.
They've gone the classic look though, haven't they?
They have gone the classic look.
Uruguay.
Scott Danberg carrying the flag for the U.S. He's been around forever. Uruguay coming through.
Gonzalo Dutra, the swimmer, carrying the flag for Uruguay.
A lot of excitement there, and we go from one of the bigger teams again to one of the smaller teams.
That's right.
340 on the U.S. team, down to 4 for Uruguay.
It'd be a strange feeling, wouldn't it? Being next to such a big team and knowing there were so few of you.
Right.
But maybe inspiring as well, and exciting to sort of
Makes the
piggyback off the
logistics
back.
a little bit easier of traveling, that's for sure.
Does,
You don't have
absolutely.
340 athletes and a bunch of trainers.
Not such a big roll call, is it, to make sure everyone's there for the opening ceremony?
Yeah, exactly. You can go with the buddy system on that one. Uzbekistan coming in now. We're quickly nearing the end of the athlete procession. Just a few teams left, and one that I think
Uzbekistan.
the crowd might be waiting for in particular.
So still a lot to come in this opening ceremony. A lot more highlights as we continue the
Vanuatu.
journey of Miranda, the central character, as Vanuatu enters the stadium. Marcel Husamoli, the flag bearer for Vanuatu.
Venezuela.
Venezuela's a big contingent, 60 athletes on the Venezuelan team.
Another team that's chosen the classic white.
Classic white, yes. Summer whites.
That's right.
As a guy in a wheelchair, you want to keep the summer whites out of the